I get a lot of questions from a lot of people that basically go like this. I only have $500. What cryptos should I be checking out? Today, I'm going to go through exactly what I do if I only have $500 to invest at this current moment. And I'm also going to talk a little bit about the crypto market. There's a lot of people that have been believing or following this narrative that the crypto bull run will end early January. And they're basing this off of exactly what happened in the past. People share that narrative, but I'm going to actually present some really interesting evidence that basically points to maybe the possibility that it might not be the case this time around. In 2017, we had this crazy bull run that ended in December, and then we went straight into crypto winter. And what will actually happen is that we'll have a lot longer bull run than we thought previously, and that things aren't going to repeat exactly like what we saw in the past. So if I had $500 or less, this is exactly what I would do. First, I would download Coinbase, which is a great exchange or a great platform to start if you're just getting into crypto. You have no idea what you're doing and you don't really know all of the steps or different things you have to do to get into a lot of these more advanced crypto projects. Coinbase is a good starter exchange as it can connect directly to your bank account. You can send funds directly from your checking account into Coinbase and then start investing in a wide range of different projects. A few years ago, Coinbase, the exchange, only had the top two crypto tokens, Bitcoin and Ethereum. And then slowly over the years, they expanded to and added more altcoin cryptos. So there's a ton of different projects now. And you can invest directly using the app. They make it really, really easy. There's even an option to earn while you learn. I'm not promoting Coinbase. I just know it's a really good platform for starters. It's publicly traded, so you should expect your assets to be safe. Coinbase in any way is the easiest way to get into crypto and get started. And to start off with my first $50, I would put my first $50 into a project called Cosmos. Now let me preface this by saying this is just my opinion, what I've done in the past, and it's not financial advice. I would put my first $50 into a project called Cosmos, and the token for Cosmos is Atom. You can look this up on coingoodco.com or coinmarketcap.com to get the current price action. The Atom token, Cosmos, is trying to build the internet of blockchains. There's another project out there that's really similar. It's called Polkadot. They are trying to do about the same thing, and the reason I like Cosmos so much is that a lot of my favorite projects are built on Cosmos, such as Terra Luna that is currently built on Cosmos. Crypto.com is built on Cosmos. Even Binance Chain is built on Cosmos. And Cosmos released this thing called IBC, which allows all these different blockchains to connect and communicate to each other and release these different hybrid services. And hybrid products that utilize the strengths of these various blockchains I'm personally just a big believer. A lot of blockchain projects promise a lot of lofty goals, but very few actually deliver on them. And I feel like Cosmos is one of the blockchains that have actually solidified their place in the space. They're not only making promises, but they're delivering on the promises that they make. They're constantly showing progress, and I feel like personally in the future, Cosmos is going to be a lot bigger than it is today. So for me, it's an easy place to stick $50 and say, hey, you know what? It's just $50 today, but in the future, could be a whole lot more than that. It can 10x and even 20x that $50. Currently, there's a problem with crypto where a lot of these different tokens are getting labeled as securities by the SEC, If you don't know what a security is, every stock in the stock market is a security, and there are a lot of different reasons that I believe that a lot of these different securities are going to eventually move to the blockchain, but that's a long time from now. The biggest thing is just it's a lot easier for companies and a lot easier for smaller companies specifically to raise a lot of money or capital to run their operations than the current model. In the stock market currently, most small companies just can't raise enough money to do what needs to be done to get listed on the stock exchange. But I believe in the future, because of the ease of access to capital, we are going to see a lot more newer companies and jump onto the blockchain to raise their series and launch legal securities on the blockchain, not just tokens, that they kind of tried to come up with a utility for. And Polymath is building out a blockchain specifically for this purpose. It's built for securities and launching security tokens. It's got KYC, AML, and all that, and built in from the scratch. I could see in the future Polymath really rising up in price and being possibly a lot more in the future. I will put $100 into Bitcoin because it's just a reality that, like, you don't want to underestimate what Bitcoin is capable of doing. This asset has returned over 200% year over year. It's the king of crypto. It's known globally. It's actually currently used to exchange value across borders, and it will likely continue this lead well into the future. I see it as being the digital gold, and the entire market actually follows whatever Bitcoin does. If you watch the price action, wherever Mother Bitcoin goes, that's where the rest does. So it'll be a safe place to park $100. I believe that $1 million Bitcoin does not sound crazy in the near future. I mean, it was actually crazy last year to think that we would hit $60,000 Bitcoin, but we're here. I think the future is bright, and Bitcoin is going to continue to grow over time. So $100 in Bitcoin seems like a safe bet to me. Next, I'd set up an account on KuCoin. KuCoin is one of my favorite centralized exchanges. It's a little bit more advanced. You set up an account on KuCoin. This is a major centralized exchange, so you're going to notice that there's a lot of buying and selling of different crypto assets. So where do you put $1,000 and pull out $1 million? That kind of crazy stuff, which does happen. It's really rare, and I would caution against trying to make that kind of money so fast. It's better and safer to learn and pace yourself. But over time, you're going to start getting more advanced and learning technical analysis and the fundamentals of these different projects. So you'll be more of an expert. It's good that you give yourself time to get really good and really comfortable in the space before you start deploying a lot of your hard-earned money into these projects. If I have learned anything throughout my time investing in this space, is that learn first before you deploy any money. If you have any little money that you have, put it into a stable coin and put it on a platform that gives you yield for that stable coin. There's a few of them out there. Even Coinbase will give you a return on the stable coin. Don't leave it in the bank, because inflation will eat away at it and you're actually going to lose the money if it's just sitting in the bank. But get you a stable coin on Coinbase, like I mentioned earlier, or there's other platforms like Nexo and BlockFi. I don't have any affiliates for these particular platforms. I've used all of them, so I would recommend that you do that. And while you have your money, you earn an interest for you on those platforms. Now you can take your time to learn and watch a ton of videos on YouTube that will inform you before you actually make any investment, because losses are pretty common in this space, and you don't want to lose hard-earned money just trying to learn crypto or become a crypto investor. Don't forget, anything in crypto is very risky. There's a ton of volatility in the price action, where you could see that projects drop 50% in value overnight. Like, that happens quite often. And if you watch the Bitcoin price action, it's pretty common to have 30% pullbacks. But like I said, these are long-term plays, and you should be comfortable with stomaching or tolerating some of these pullbacks. And the other thing that I would like to highlight is that there's huge potential reward if you get in at the floor price of some or the mid price of some of these projects.